Hey, everybody. Guess who's back in the building, y'all?
We are here. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see everybody. Welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I am Mr. Derek Forston. Of course, they call me Mr. ILF and beautiful. Who are you?
I am Shanya Shea Forston. And listen, it is a pleasure to be back on the blue couch or the blue chair, whatever you want to call this, and in the studio. It has been an amazing. I hope you all enjoyed your Thanksgiving, first and foremost. We've had an amazing month of November with family, friends, fun trips and flights and everything else. But we are back and super excited to be here with you all. There's no place we'd rather be than here with you all on an amazing Saturday morning, talking about the independent living facility model and how you can make an impact and an income and taking people from homeless to hopeful. So again, I am Shanya Shea Forston, co-founder of Forston Consultants, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, and where we take women from homeless to hopeful utilizing the ILF independent living facility model. Handsome, talk about it.
Absolutely. So my name is Derek. As I've said already, I represent Second Chance Housing as my personal independent living facility, but I also am the founder of Forston Consultants, where God has entrusted Shay and I now to go all over the world to teach this.
Yeah.
So I'm super proud of it because we're also the trademark owners of it. So you see a lot of people that's talking about ILFs, but I'll admit they don't have the right to talk about it like we do. We trademarked it, right? So go ahead and put in the chat where you guys located, city and state. People often ask us where we're at, and we're actually in Orlando, Florida. But our coaching right now is finally in 40 states. I've been saying 39 for a long time. But, we're super excited that our coaching is now in 40 states. So we only got 10 more states to hit before this thing goes worldwide. And we spoke this over 8 years ago. So one more time, put in the chat where you guys are located. And I want to thank Miss looks like that is, who is that said that they came over from TikTok?
Dorisha.
Miss Dorisha, I appreciate that because I was telling my
Doris
people.
Hall. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Doris. Thank you so much. So if you're on any other forum where you can only just kind of hear us because you're podcasting, if you want to kind of see the live footage that we'll be showing today, because we're going to cover a lot of stuff and I want y'all to be able to see it. Some of y'all are super new to us and you've never seen kind of where this story came from, how we got started, how I saw all the rats and roaches in a lady's place that was making $41,000 a month, not a year. Can y'all imagine making 41 grand a month? And that's what I seen somebody doing, y'all, but she was doing it the wrong way. So I'm going to give it back over to Shay. I'm going to check the chat, because I'm just nosy. I love to see like who's new to us and also where you guys are at. So also like the Cobb family says that they're in Rayford, North Carolina. Also tell me if you're new to us or not. Like if you found us literally like in the last 30 days or so, say, Derek, I'm new to you. Like I don't know y'all or y'all's story, but I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah.
Shay, back on you.
So first and foremost, let's say good morning to our assistant that is with us today, and that is Miss Mars. She is the grant giver for Forston Consultants today. I just started seeing things going across the screen. I'm like, wait, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Mars going to be today. Hey, Mar.
So Mar is here with us
Shout me out in the chat, Mar. So Mar, like Shay said, is one of our assistants and helps us out over the weekend. So Mar, shout us out in the chat.
Yeah,
and
welcome back.
So we'll keep it moving.
Again, family, we have been gone for a minute, but we've never left you lonely and without information. As you know, we've always been live here on our YouTube channel. So Derek, before we jump in, I can now share what we did really quickly, but you'll see what happened on our Married to the Mission channel. So if you want to see how we surprised my whole family in Bermuda by just showing up, that nobody knew, it was phenomenal. We were able to surprise everybody and get to be there for my nephew's first birthday. So that's my baby brother's first baby. Well, you know, and it was amazing. So great time with family, friends, loved ones. So we'll have that posted on Married to the Mission. So you'll be able to see that, see how we were able to fly into Bermuda first and foremost, and surprise each and every one of my family members separately. So that's a whole thing to do. So you'll get to see that. But Derek, man, Thanksgiving just came and went. Most of you know that I have the Angela Denise Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We were able to feed 55 families this month for our Thanksgiving drive, 55 people, excuse me. And it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
The Angela Denise Foundation was able to provide Thanksgiving meals to ILF owners as well as individuals. I had the blessing of being able to help a family, Derek, of 4 that has been in a hotel for a few months. And they just, they want to keep that. They want to keep the holidays, the holidays. And because of the donations that came in from Walmart and from some of our private donors, we were able to make Thanksgiving happen for them and possibly be able to do something for Christmas. So I'm going to be working on that, and I'll get with you and also the board to talk about what can we do for this family that has been displaced due to life circumstances, right? This is a part of what we do as ILF owners and operators, but this is also something that I get to do because I have the 501c3 nonprofit organization, and I obtain grants and donations from individuals that help me to impact lives, even outside of the ILF, but to those that are, just displaced, unsheltered in hotels and stuff like that. So that's what's been going on at Angela Denise Foundation. What's been going on at Second Chance Housing?
Good stuff, man. Just kind of reaping some of the benefits of what you've done for us, Shay. So I want to give a big shout out to the Angela Denise Foundation, who fed my guys.
Yeah.
So as you guys know that, we're fresh off of that food stamp halt where they kind of stopped the SNAP benefits. And luckily for a lot of my guys, like it was like a week or two right before Thanksgiving, but it still threw off how they were shopping. So thanks to the Angela Denise Foundation, every one of my ILFs were fed a full-blown meal, which included turkey, dressing, mashed potatoes, and I'll say all the fixings, as they call it, the cranberry sauce, the mac and cheese. They also supplied the drinks. All my guys needed was a plate to put it in.
Right.
And what was really cool is that Shay partners with other restaurants because she's a nonprofit. Guys, I'm an LLC at Second Chance Housing, so I'm not a nonprofit. So restaurants don't per se partner with me, but they partner with Shay. And that allows us, like Mar said in the chat, it allows us to give back to somebody and make somebody else's holiday very special. And because Shay also put it out just kind of on regular social media, other regular families that also contacted Shay. So that was also exciting because that was the first year we kind of did it outside of our own housing.
Correct.
And I got a chance to benefit from that. So I just want to give a big shout out to Miss Shay and the what I also want to do is I see a lot of people that are new to us. So I'm super glad you guys are here. We're going to cover a lot today. You guys are going to find out that we teach a lot. And most of what you will hear today is better than what a lot of y'all paid for stuff. What I'm really excited about too, though, is December the 10th. And I know we said it in November, but guys, I got a soft heart and I just say it one more time. So guys, I'm giving the ILF Academy, which is our free Facebook group, a free ILF masterclass.
Yeah.
Your only requirement is to join my free Facebook group and sign up. Because I splattered all inside of that group, the link to sign up. In fact, Mark may even put that link in the chat. But I'm going to give you guys several directives today to how do you join that December 10th masterclass. It's free. It's online. So like the last event was in Jacksonville. The one before that was in Tampa. The one before, like I can go on and on and on, right? This was online, guys. So I'm making it super easy. Can 5 of y'all type in the chat, no excuses? I want 5 people to type in the chat. Derek say no excuses because he put it online and he's making it complimentary.
Yeah.
So one more time, December the 10th, 7 p.m. Eastern, we're going to teach you guys a live ILF masterclass. And boy, if you missed that last one, y'all, I taught for 3 hours and 52 minutes.
It was a lot of information.
Guys, I poured out. When I was done, my shirt was soaking wet and I was tired. So one more time, thank you to everybody that's brand new to us. I always love to give a little brief intro of who we are and what we do, because I never just want to assume that all of y'all know us, right? But one more time, just if y'all would just oblige me, type the word new in the chat if you're new to me. Somebody said St. Cloud. One of my largest ILFs, I think that was Miss Angela. Angela, one of my largest, not one of, my largest ILF is off of Pleasant Hill Road.
Yeah.
Let me see if you really from St. Cloud, if you know about Pleasant Hill Road. Right? So Brian, don't know who's that? I'm gonna mess that name up. Briaka. I'm gonna say Bree.
Right. Don't mess it
Who
up.
else is new to us? The King family is new to us. Anybody else new to us? Miss Lena, are you new to us? Miss Rhonda, unless that's our Rhonda. Rhonda, are you new to us? Because I want to just give a brief intro one more time again, who we are, what we do, and where in the world did I get this idea from? Was I some genius that just woke up one day with this bright idea to say, I'm going to start a housing program with no license?
No.
Lena said she new to us. Oh, she said I got it right.
Really?
And I'm going to just say B, because if I try to say it again, I may mess it up. So 1263, B1263, thank y'all.
Awesome.
Angela from San Antonio, Texas is new. So I got two Angelas now, Angela Richardson and Angela Adams, and both of y'all sound new to me. And I'm going to tell you right now, I really like Angela Adams already because she's in San Antonio. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan for years.
Here he goes.
Now, whether you follow basketball or not, that's actually my team. So I actually like that.
He's going
Briaka.
to
She said I said it right. Good stuff. Love that. So watch this, y'all. Watch me tell y'all right off the bat that I'm no genius. Like, I'm not special, but God did give me something that I believe is my assignment to teach all over the world now. But for most of y'all, I just want to explain how I was a social worker begging God to change my life, just like most of y'all. Put a number 2 in the chat if you've recently been telling God, God, can you change my life financially, spiritually, and my health? Put a number 2 in the chat if you prayed in the last year. Since 2025, have you prayed in the last year for God to change your life? Because this was me as that social worker. Guys, I was working in the middle of it and really didn't realize that my dream was inside the job I had.
Yeah.
So really quickly, in ILF, the Cobb family is just an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. That means that this is not a group home. This is not an IDD. And Shay does not bathe people. Shay does not feed people. And she surely ain't driving them around.
Right.
And watch this. If you taking notes, see, Troy said, I just prayed for this.
Wow.
And Troy, I don't have to be a genius or a prophet to know that. Everybody on some level is going through something. And most of the time it's financial and purpose. Most people are trying to figure out their purpose in life. And usually your financial gain is tied to that purpose.
Yeah.
Most of y'all just don't know that. Why you think I got into this? But struggling for 9 years on this job, my wife later on said, babe, we should probably trademark this thing.
Correct.
But before I even get that far, again, God just showed me my dream through somebody else that was doing it the wrong way. Now, for my new people, I talk fast and also I stutter. So if you miss something, somebody type in the chat, slow down, Derek. Because I'm y'all new big brother now, right? And I don't want the Flowers family to get lost on this great information that I'm getting ready to give. Troy, I don't want you to miss it because I'm your new big brother now. And no matter the age, I just tell you now, I'm still the big brother when we talking about this. So if you're 55, 86, or 103, I'm still the big brother when we learning this. So I just saw a lady, y'all, living my dream. Here is me as that social worker at my desk. Probably after one of them prayers, Troy, saying, God, man, I want to get into something like what I'm surrounded by. I'm helping people with housing, but I'm not the guy housing them. And one day I was just like, Derek, like, why not be the guy on the other side of that fence? Because I begged a lot of people to teach this to me. And y'all, what I didn't realize, I was the honey pot and didn't even know it. I was the pot of gold and didn't realize it. So at this job, praying to God that he changed my life, and when nobody would teach it, I took a Saturday just like the day, Cobb family. I said, you know what? Nobody want to show me, but Derek, dummy Derek, you know the address. And my wife told me stop saying dummy Derek, but that's just me showing y'all my old ways of not knowing stuff. So I'll change it to uneducated Derek.
Yeah.
I took a Saturday just like today and said, let me go see what they look like. Derek, you know all the addresses. Can y'all see this screen of the burnt up kitchen and the beds on the floor? Because I'm not very techy. So can 5 of y'all say, Derek, y'all can see them pictures, bro? Because sometimes I be thinking I be showing y'all stuff and y'all don't see a thing.
It's
5 of
good.
y'all put,
You
can
got
y'all
it.
see that? But sometimes Shay and I will buy property that needs to be fixed and flipped that look like this. Y'all,
Yes.
people were living in this place.
Yeah.
Can you imagine housing people, but you got your beds on the floor? I hope you can't imagine that. And sometimes, y'all, for my new people, there's an ongoing joke about me. I normally used to take 2 hours to tell this one story. I done got real good, y'all. I tell this story in about 6 minutes now. Because it don't take all of that for you to understand that this is not how we do it. And this is the lady that was making the $41,000 a month. Briaka, she was making 41. Now, Miss B, I don't know what you make, but I'm real honest with people. I was making 28 grand a year.
Yep.
Can y'all put a number 7 in the chat? If you made $41,000 a month, would that change your life a little bit? Put a number 7 in the chat if that's true. Can you see those cinder blocks that are holding that bed up?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I jokingly told my wife the other day, right? I had perfect vision my whole life. I turned 44, y'all, on the 16th of November. And y'all, my vision got a little, I said, wait a minute, I got to move this thing back some. So if you ain't got your glasses on today, those are cinder blocks that are holding that bed up. And the other bed is on the floor. Miss Angela, can you see that from San Antonio?
Yeah, they see it.
Angela from St. Cloud, can you see that? So one more time, and I'm done already, but it used to take me 2 hours. So here is my story, and most of y'all just like me. You love God, you love people, and you've been trying to get into real estate. Call me a liar. That's the only reason why y'all are here. Most people that find us, y'all love God, y'all love people, and you've been trying to get into real estate. You just didn't know that you could put them all together.
Mm-hmm.
And I messed around and saw a lady that was making 41 grand a month as I was making 28 grand a year. And I said, God, how can I get into this? And I said, God, if you let me get into this and it changed my life, I said, God, I'll stand on a soapbox and I'll go all over the world teaching this and I'll never take any credit. So if you don't believe me, watch me do it right now. Guys, without God, I'm a nobody. But with God, all things are possible. And that's why you found me today. We call this divine appointments. Some of y'all been praying for this and you just didn't know where to start. I'm your new big brother and I'm live 7 days a week right here. And lucky for y'all, I'm giving a 3-hour masterclass December the 10th. But one thing we will not do is pray for God to change our life and mistreat people in these kind of conditions.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, everybody? And as long as that makes sense, we can go on even further. I'm going to let my wife jump in really quickly because I do a bunch of talking, y'all. This house you see on the screen right now, this is kind of how we tell you guys of what it should look like. Now, the blessing about this business, Shay and I for years have rented and leased a bunch of property. But one day, can somebody write in the chat one day God gonna bless y'all to buy a place, especially if you don't take this money and go buy the Gucci bag and the Prada purse, and the Coach and the Chanel right away. We gonna get that stuff, but not right now. Let these things pay for it. So one more time, and we've been here less than 20 minutes. It's 18 minutes and 39 seconds. I just told most of y'all, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is for you. I also told you that this requires no license and you don't have to own the property. People told me my whole life, Derek, you need a license to do that, bro. Derek, you can't house people if you ain't got no license. Derek, you got to get a sprinkler system. The devil is a liar. I coach this in 40 states now. And the first lady I saw doing it was making 41 grand a month.
And rats and roaches.
And she was the one that said, Derek, I don't own these places. Derek, I rent. I said, huh? She said, Derek, I rent these houses, bro. I said, the Carr family, I almost swallowed my tongue when she said it because I couldn't believe it. Because I was always told, like, y'all, you got to own the property. You need a $30,000 sprinkler system.
Yeah.
And you got to own the property one more time. You got to go buy your property. So, Shay, talk to these people and tell them about how I pulled you from corporate America off of your job and how you're into this now as a nonprofit.
Yeah. So Derek just said it. You know, he asked requested my assistance.
I said, come on, Shay. I need you.
Requested my assistance, and I was like, you know what better way than to build a legacy than building it with the one you are doing life with, right? So not knowing what I wanted to do or how I would even fit in, because I was used to my normal activities of work, right? In the role that I played, a leadership role in healthcare. So it was really like, okay, where do I fit? But ultimately, what it did is Derek handed me over the keys to the first lady's house that he ever had and said, I'm not doing this no more. You handle the women. And then from there, the Angela Denise Foundation was birthed out of other opportunities that we were able to, or other ideas that I had to be able to expand or expound upon what we're already doing. So being able to have things like, some assistance, financial assistance for these individuals, being able to implement things like the food. When SNAP benefits were running dry, we were able to deliver cases of chicken and necessary items for our ILFs to have food, right? To have some substance. So those were the things that helped motivate me to go the nonprofit route. To be able to pour into the other ILFs that are around us and that we already cover as Forston consultants. So you don't just get the coaching, you also get the nonprofit arm. Like prime example, Derek, I had a conversation during Thanksgiving. A family member owned the boutique and they closed the boutique, and they have all brand new clothes, plus size, regular size, that they want to hand over to the Angela Denise Foundation. So the Angela Denise Foundation is going to take it, but guess what I'm going to be able to do? I'll be able to disperse those items across all of our ILFs so that people that get ladies in that need clothing, they'll be able to get that stuff as well. So that was the reason behind going nonprofit. And that was the main purpose, was to be able to be a support to all of the ILFs that we serve across the country. So that's how you got me. That's what I'm doing. And that's where we're going. Right. So that's that. But now let's talk about the housing model itself, Derek, because you said briefly just a minute ago that you don't need a license. So we've got that piece down packed. We don't entertain or deal with code enforcement or changing the code for our house. What is it called? I'm drawing a blank, not the code, but we don't have to change all of that logistically. We literally rent a single family property and we utilize it for shared housing, okay, for the independent living facility model. These individuals that we are dealing with on a day-to-day basis can do everything on their own. They are 100% independent. All right. Some of them do have case management. Some of them do have outside resources or services that come into the house to render those services. But for Second Chance Housing isn't doing it, and nor is the Angela Denise Foundation. We are not the ones providing or supplying those resources. They may have access to them through their insurance companies and whatever else that their case management or case managers assign to them. We give the allowance, we allow them, we give them the A-OK to come in and render those services, but that is that, right? We do not provide those services. There is no zoning. Thank you, because I couldn't think of that word. Thank you, Sean. No zoning is required. I was like, dang, I'm
gonna
drawing
go over
a blank.
that deeply on the ILF
in the master class,
on
correct.
the 10th, because that question alone is probably in the top 5 questions that we get the most. And because most of you guys are using the wrong words and the wrong language and talking to the wrong people, they're sending you guys down a rabbit hole because they think you're trying to start a group home, which is a traditional group home. So you new folks that are new to us, I'll just tell you right now, 70 to 80% of my coaching is about language, verbiage, and who we say it to.
Correct.
You mess that up, this whole thing crumbles. Or they think you want to start an IDD or a group home.
Yeah.
So one more time, if you're new to me, what we do does not require a license because of the population in which we serve. My guys, I don't have to feed them. I'm not bathing them. I'm not driving them around. So I said this earlier, but I'll repeat it because it's very important. If you're taking notes today, these 3 things is what land you on the Channel 8 News or in jail. You trying to drive people around without the proper insurance. So we don't provide transportation. Make sense? We don't feed people. My people are independent. They can cook their own bologna sandwich. Why am I feeding them? Now, there's times where we do little special things, and we'll talk about that in that master class. But for the general purpose, 99.9% of the time, I am not providing food.
Correct.
They don't even want me cooking because they want to do it. They're independent.
Yeah.
And then one more thing, most importantly, I am not administering medications.
Right.
Because I'm not pretending to be a nurse. Now, some of you guys that run into us, you are nurses. You are CNAs, RNs, all of that stuff. Great. The cool part about it, we don't need that, but it does make you look bigger and better than you really are. But we don't need that because I don't want you giving out pills to people.
Right.
Does that make sense, everybody? And that is what makes, I believe, the cheat code to this business. Because watch this, right? And I said this on that last masterclass. Watch me dumb this down really quickly. I do mind what you call it, because I was going to say, I don't care. I do mind what you call it, but at the end of the day, guys, we're really renting. We're renting spaces to people. We're renting beds to people who cannot afford an apartment, their own house, or pass a background check to even get into an apartment
or credit check
or house.
Credit checks too.
So we're that middle ground between the streets and them not being able to afford this higher level of living. Oh, I hope that makes sense.
So let's go back. I want to bring that what you just said into true fruition. Most people don't realize, well, they do. Us individuals that either own our own homes, we know what it takes to get into that property. Deposit, a background check, credit check, for your lights, water, cable, all of those things may even need a deposit depending on where that person is with their finances, their credit. So if you think about someone that's on a very limited, very strict, very tight budget that is trying to obtain a property, a rental, they need, that last security, whatever that landlord's going to be charging them to enter into that space. And let's say the rent is $1,200. I'm shooting numbers out there, right? And you're talking about you need the rent times +1. That's $2,400 right there. Let's say they have shoddy credit and they now need to get lights on their own. They may put a $400 deposit or whatever the deposit may be just for them to turn on lights. What if they need the same thing for water? That's another deposit. So you see how that money is racking up, and we're talking about people that are living on a fixed income, whether it be SSI, SSDI, a pension, a spousal, policy that they've received after the death of or loss of a spouse. So those are the things you've got to look at. And this is the population that's being overlooked and driven out of the normal rental, access to the normal rental property. They don't have it. They can't afford it. So that is why we come in. That's where we come in. And we become that middle ground that allows someone that has limited income to reside somewhere clean, safe, affordable, and nice, so that they don't have to, worry about robbing Peter to pay Paul to figure out how can they make this happen to find a suitable accommodation. So we are the ones that are providing that provision or that access to that suitable accommodation, right? And if you think about it, let's talk about, the extended stay hotels, right? They get all of that we provide, but guess how much more it costs? It costs significantly more. So now you're thinking, okay, let's move them into a place that's not so much a hotel. They get more of that comfort of home and community. And now they have that access again to everything that they need in this housing, in the ILF model, or the housing program that we provide them with.
Yep. And then Shay, I want you to talk about, because I saw a question in the chat and it also came in during this week. When somebody sees a picture like what you guys see on this screen, we call this the shared living environment, or the double room occupancy. Shay, can you talk about what kind of setups will a normal room see? Are all the rooms like this in your place?
No, not
Give
at
the
all.
people a little bit of an insight of what kind of rooms and why do you do it like that?
So I'm just like your hotel, right? I have a double twin suite, right? Or a double twin room, which is just going to be the room that they share the restroom. Then I may have the double twin suite, and that is 2 per room, but they have an ensuite restroom. I do have the private suite, which is a private room. They can have a queen size, king size, whatever they want to put in there. I'm going to provide a twin, but if they want to expand their horizons or the bed size, they can do so. And that's a single room occupancy, right? With a ensuite. So that's my private suite. And then I have my private room, which does not have have an ensuite. It is just the private room. They still share the communal restroom. So that's what it looks like. And I tell people, always kind of define your models so that they are palatable when you are promoting your housing program. Just don't say, oh, I throw 2 people in a room with some twin beds. No, make it sound palatable, right? So that way, when you're going out and you're introducing your housing program, people are like, oh, wow, that's neat. She has a double twin suite or a double twin, or, think about how the hotels do it, right, Derek? They've got a king suite, a double
All
something
kind of
something, right? You've
choices.
got all of these different semi-private something,
One's got an ocean view.
right? So
One
you just
one
give
has a
everything
view of the
information.
back alley. That room's cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. So
Right.
that's how you do this model the same way, right? If you've got a house that sits on a lake, then that's going to be a little different in cost because they have a different view. They may be in a different community. The overhead for you may be a little different as
Right,
well.
right.
So like that all plays a significant role in how you price and how you market. So be mindful of that.
So I posed a question in the chat, and I
Oh, wow.
often like to do this like literally 30 minutes before we go any further. So I'm at 31 minutes and 45 seconds. Put in the chat if you believe so far from what you heard that you can do this. Does this so far sound possible? I want to know how many people are like me and Briaka. How many people are like me and Lena? Because when I first heard of this, especially when I heard of a lady and then saw it for myself that was making 41 grand a month, and she said, Derek, I don't own these houses and I don't need no license. I said, oh my God.
Yeah.
So put in the chat, and I won't be labeled that, but how many people already are like me and Miss Sophia that when we hear this, because we believe in something that's called move at the speed of instruction or move at the speed of revelation.
Correct.
So far from hearing what Shay just said and what we're discussing, who believe that this is possible? And I see them flooding in. And then Shay, as we get ready to go to a commercial break, I got one more question because I'm going to give it back over to you, Shay.
Okay.
Because what's the difference between a nonprofit of how she does it and I do it? We married, we live in the same house, and we sleep together. But how do we run these things? Are they different? So now what I want to know, because y'all answered that and y'all killed it. Who would say, Derek, you know what? I like that nonprofit game, bro. I want to go nonprofit. Derek, I don't want to be an LLC per se, like kind of how you do it. Put in the chat right now. Laura says, I'm doing this. Not that it's easy or
right. I'm already doing it. It's
like
done.
that attitude. Put in the chat right now as we go to a quick commercial break. Let me know, does this so far sound doable? And will you go nonprofit or for profit? We'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on, family? Please make sure that you watch our webinar, which is the first step to getting started. So just text the phrase more info, MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't type it in the chat. Don't put it below. Text it to that phone number. That way you get that free webinar, but also it leads to a discovery call with me and my team to see how we can get you started. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. Show me anything else where you can make such an impact in your community, serve God, but also make a bunch of money doing it. We don't hide that. We want to make a lot of money doing what this is so that we can extend our hand in the community and continue to be the answer to affordable housing. Text more info to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's get back to the show.
All right, y'all heard
Let's
the guy.
do it.
So if you're new to us, make sure you text that phrase info or more info, right? And that'll give you the complete breakdown of all of this. Because today I'm just treating y'all like family. We're just having a roundtable discussion, but that webinar is more of a chronological order of what this is, how to get started. And don't forget, guys, everybody write this down, and Mark, put it in the chat and on the screen. December the 10th, guys, it's going to be 50 times better than what you hear today. It's what I usually charge people $1,000 for just to come. And I just told you, remember, we did this about, 3 weeks ago now? And guys, I taught for 3 hours and 52 minutes with no commercials. I'm going to pay 5 commercials a day. That day won't be any. It's all of me and Shay talking about how do you do this? How do you get started? Yeah. And from that day, you should be able to take off running. Exactly. Now, some of y'all will need the DIY coaching because I got a package for that. Some of y'all will need the one-on-one coaching. I got a package for that. Some of y'all said, Derek, I don't need your coaching, bro. I'm going to show up 7 days a week. Because you said you go live, Derek, 7 days a week. I do. So there is nobody that you can get more info about this than us. So 7 days a week, and Saturday is the only day that we do 10 a.m. Every other day is at 7 p.m. Eastern. So real easy to remember. 7 p.m. Eastern every day except Saturdays, which is 10 a.m. because I want to get y'all out early to go enjoy your day, right? But look at all of these people, Shay, in the chat that says, I'm all in. They can do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. And now here come the people like Sophia said, I want to do both. I want to do nonprofit and for-profit. Yeah. Angela says, I want to do both. Shay, jump back in there and give them any advice that you got about a nonprofit. Talk about the know before you go.
Absolutely.
And all of that good stuff, Shay. And I'll keep going through pictures.
Yeah. So nonprofit, no different from how Derek runs the actual ILF, right? The ILF is just one of the programs that I run under my nonprofit organization. So we do the toiletry totes. We do our what
is a toiletry tote for Miss Shannon, who's never met you, Shay?
Toiletry totes is toiletry products that we hand out to the homeless and displaced. Whether we keep them in our vehicles and when we're out and about, we hand them out. Or there's other organizations that we provide those toiletry totes to. And it comes with everything that they need. A bottled water. We have some food supplies in there, like some tuna, Vienna sausages, crackers, water, but arm deodorant, shampoo, soap, toothpaste, toothbrush, washcloths, wet wipes, like the standard no water wipes. Biodegradable. We make sure that they're, healthy for the environment because we don't know how they're going to dispose of this stuff. So everything in those toiletry totes are environmental friendly. So that way we can make sure that, whether they're throwing them out somewhere or, just leaving them out somewhere, we don't want to ruin the environment as well. Then we do our kids, our toiletries for the kids. So that's going into the schools, like having, emergency feminine hygiene supplies for young ladies. So in case they, become a young woman in school, those schools have access to those products. And that's a part of what we do. Again, the meal campaigns, when we go and we feed individuals, that's another program that we do. So all of our program pieces, again, are helped to be funded by the housing aspect. So my ILF is a income, a form of income for my nonprofit, and it goes right back out into doing and meeting other program needs. So again, I don't run my ILF no differently from how Derek runs his. I do from the business aspect of things. Of course, I am a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so that I have a board of directors. We are governed by a board of directors. We are always in the community looking to assist and help in the community and add other programs that can benefit our community. So again, I can't go into the bank account and start spending all willy-nilly. That stuff has to be approved by the board. But other than that, my nonprofit operates its independent living facility just as Derek operates his. No different.
Does that answer the question for anybody that was thinking that? Put a number 2 in the chat if that maybe have answered something that you've been thinking. We get a lot of questions about, well, Derek, you and Shay do the same thing, but you guys are set up differently. So let me make a point about that too, right? Under our coaching, the first step is to turn yourself into a business.
Correct.
Your big brother, Derek, didn't do that in the beginning, y'all. So I made so many mistakes that I gave y'all the blueprint of what not to do. That's why our coaching is called the ILF Mastery Blueprint. So not that I was like the lady that was housing people in rats and roaches. I wasn't nasty like that. but I did make mistakes. And one of my largest mistakes was not getting an LLC or a nonprofit, S Corp, whatever. So my coaching says get some kind of entity so that you're
Correct.
protected. Silly me, that word is a bit better than dummy me, right?
Correct. I
Silly
love that.
me didn't do that and ended up on the Channel 8 News in a $40,000 lawsuit.
Mhm.
So I wrote a book, y'all, that's called How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. And I often jokingly tell people that if you just only read the table of contents of my book, didn't even read it, you just read kind of what each topic was,
Yeah.
that'll save your life. But for $37, I would buy that book, right? But anyway, one more time, under us, in fact, can 5 of y'all put this in the chat because somebody gonna need this on the replay. Derek said the first step is to turn yourself into a
You
business.
have to.
So your name is Michael Johnson. You ain't gonna start this business under Michael Johnson. Maybe we do it under Johnson Enterprise, Johnson Solutions, MJ Initiative. And today, if you're taking notes, I'm gonna give you a little bit of the masterclass right now. Under my coaching, we don't use the word housing. If
Right.
you read my shirt, silly me, I didn't know years ago, 9 years ago, that I shouldn't have used the word housing. Somebody's probably going, Derek, what do you mean don't use the word housing? Well, because I want you to be more bankable, the bank hates real estate. So if you take the word second chance housing to the bank, you're high risk to them.
Correct.
So instead of you getting a $25,000 credit card, they're going to give you one for $500
Mhm.
because in their eyes, you're a risk. The bank hates real estate. So we don't use that word when we're naming who we are. So grab your pencil and paper right now and write these names down. You can either call it something very generic like Amazon.
Mhm.
Amazon doesn't say logistics.
Wow. That's
Amazon
so good.
doesn't say we drop off your packages.
It doesn't say we sell a whole bunch of products neither. Right.
So the whole point of that is, watch this. Use words like solutions, enterprise, foundation, initiative, collective, incorporated,
So hold on, sir.
group.
Slow down, because you going to did this.
And I'm going to repeat it. I just want to show them
No. We
the
go
difference of, because most of y'all going to think of a name and put housing on the end of it.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Or watch this, because I'm coaching people right now that think they have to use one of these. No, you don't. I could have called myself Second Chance and put a period behind it. I don't need solutions or enterprise or any of that stuff.
Mhm.
I just give it as an example so that you don't use the word housing, home, or living. Oh, I hope this makes sense. Can 5 of y'all put in the chat right now? Put a number 7 in the chat if you never knew that, and that's new coaching to you, but you're glad I said it. Put a number 7 in the chat. One more time. We don't use the word housing like I did. I should have been
Right.
Second Chance Enterprise, Second Chance Consulting,
Mhm.
Second Chance Initiative, Second Chance Collective. I can go on. I got a bunch of them.
You can.
Make sense? Hop in, Shay.
No, but I'm telling, like, come definitely sign up for the masterclass, because we're going to dive deeper into this. It's not just going to be what you hear here. This is the masterclass
This
goes
Travis
in
point
depth.
in.
We have Miss Lori, who says not understanding how to get started with a nonprofit. So, Miss Lori, you can text the letters NPO, nonprofit organization, to 407-326-0086 and consume the information in the Know Before You Go nonprofit organization or nonprofit. That is a short course that I created. Is about 6 modules, with 2 bonus modules. And the 2 bonus modules are how I obtain grants and an in-depth conversation with my virtual assistant that does all of my grant writing. But the foundational aspect of that course is to give you a better understanding of everything that I did not know before I went and started the Angela Denise Foundation nonprofit organization. A lot of times people think that it is just an easy setup like an LLC when it's not. It is completely different. You have to have a board of directors. You have to know the documentation that is needed for you before you can even apply for the application or submit your application for 501c3. So there's a lot of different nuances that I want you to know before you take that leap in coming a 501c3 and not get burnt out, not get frustrated in the process, but you'll be aware of all of the things that are necessary for you to become a nonprofit or for you to start a nonprofit organization. So text the word the letters NPO, nonprofit organization.
And it's to the phone number that's actually scrolling below on that screen. So if you missed it when they said it, and that's 407-326-0086, but that number is scrolling below. And that's our system, guys, by the way, that we give y'all. So if you get any of our coaching, either the DIY, the one-on-one, this same system that we use that's called Digital Flow Solutions, it's Correct. A CRM system. It's all in one. It's your website build out, your phone, your business phone line, AI tools, email campaigns, thousands of things, guys. But we give it to you, right? Shade often does a class where she teaches what does this system do.
Correct.
Right? So we'll be talking about that at the master class. So guys, December the 10th, I don't care what you miss today. Don't miss December 10th. There's a lot of people that come to our master class, and I'll admit, they never get our coaching. They never get the DIY, but the master class changes their life, and they get started simply from that. So I hope that's you all. So one more time, text the word info to 407-326-0086. And if you're on any forum right now to where you can only hear us, please come over to the YouTube channel at Forston Consultants. That's Forston. And that's where you guys were able to see actually what we actually also have on screen. And we can also see and read your questions. So I'm going to go to the chat. I want to pull 2 or 3 questions, and we'll take a commercial break. But right now, can somebody put 3 questions in the chat? What are you thinking already in terms of the last 45 minutes of what you heard, the possibility, either getting started, rules and regulations? What may be on your mind as a question? Because right here is one that I already seen, but I don't want to beat anybody to it. So hold on. Right here, I get this all the time. But if I see something before I answer this, I'll answer that. So I'll give y'all 5 more seconds. Someone says, where do I register for the masterclass? So here's a secret. For 1, Mara's going to put it in the chat. But for 2, I'll be honest. The masterclass is really only for the ILF Academy. That's our free Facebook group. So go and join the free Facebook group. I also splattered that link all over that Facebook group. And it's called the ILF Academy. That's who that's really for. And there's over, I think today is 13,000 people in that group, right? So make sure you join that. We'll drop it in the chat below. And also, if you just text the phrase more info to that phone number, I think they tied it to that too. And if I'm wrong, Mara, tell me. But if you text the word info to the phone number that's scrolling below, that'll also give you the information for that. But guys, please sign up for the free Facebook group that's called the ILF Academy. And Angela says, do I need a marketing plan? Absolutely. And that's why we give you the software to do it. Because in my opinion, Angela, I don't care if you fry the best fried chicken, but if nobody know about it, how do they know to come and get it from you? So marketing is number kind of like 2 with us. Number 1, turn yourself into a business. Number 2, scream it to the world that is coming, and this is what we do.
Yeah.
So that's a great question, but yes, you need a marketing plan. And under our coaching, we teach you how to do it. Like I built it out for you. Prime example, Miss Angela, let's just say right now, today, you know what not to post. You don't know what to post. I give it to you. So I give you guys I call it a 4-post PDF that 7 days a week, something should be posted. And if you say, well, Derek, I don't know what to say, no worries. Under my coaching, I give it to you. And the gist of it is, who are you? Who do you serve? And how can they get in contact? So prime example, if I were to type it in the email, or if I was to announce it on a social media commercial, I say, hey guys, Or, hey, social workers, my name is Derek. You probably didn't know this, but I house the homeless and the displaced. I have a program called Second Chance where we take people from homeless to hopeful. So if you're a social worker looking for clean housing, the day of discharge for your people, give us a call, send us a DM, or scan my QR code. And that's what the marketing looks and sounds like. And I help you with it. The next question from Sophia, I help you with it. And back to what you see on stage, when should you start advertising? Today. If God put in your heart that this is what you to do, your post today should say, Facebook family, y'all don't believe this, but me and my new big brother, Derek Forston, and if you're real smart, you'll do at Derek Forston, you'll tag me in it. Me and my new big brother, we getting ready to change the world in my city. Today, we have started our own independent living facility. So if you're a social worker or a case manager, DM us below as we want to talk to you about how we're going to change lives together through our housing. Now, on that masterclass, I'm going to go even deeper of what that looks like, sounds like, and I may even bring in a social worker to speak to y'all, right? I've done that before. But when should you start advertising? Yesterday. Because watch this again. I don't care if I fry chicken, if I'm selling puppies, if I'm selling remodels of a house, if I'm selling, I don't know, coffee mugs. I'm going to tell people about it before I ever kind of do it. Because I want people to know that it's coming and that it exists. The devil is a liar that you're going to get a house, fully furnish it, and then announce it. Correct. You're going to be paying rent from your pocket. And I don't want you to pay rent from your pocket when you get into this. I want the people you're housing to pay the lights, the water, the cable, the Wi-Fi, and the rent while you profit at the same time. So we real big on marketing. And that's why we give you guys digital flow solutions. Can Mark put that in the chat? Mark, tell them where do we do all of our marketing? Email campaigns, AI bots, missed call text back, the website build out, the logo creation, the marketing plan allows you to pre-post months in advance. Guys, we give y'all that system with the coaching, whether it's the DIY or the IMB.
So before we go any further, because I do see some questions coming in the chat, and I think they've missed what you're stating. As soon as you have an LLC, a business name, not a house, not anything else, you start marketing. As long as you have secured your name, you have created the entity, you immediately get out there and start marketing. The blessing about this is under our coaching, we also teach you that even though you don't have a house, you can become a housing referral agent or agency until you get your house. And you can use those those funds that you get from referring people to people that have houses to help get you prepared financially for your own house. So that is a part of our process. The goal is to not get a house and then hustle backwards and now have to make connections because you got the house and you've never marketed. So you don't want to pay 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months out of pocket, and because you're playing a game of marketing catch up. Most businesses always provide a coming soon. If a new Checkers or Chick-fil-A is coming to your
Chick-fil-A up the road right now, and they got signs already. We're hiring and opening soon.
And that's what you want to do. They don't wait. They just broke ground, and you know that what is coming, right? This is no different. It's not Chick-fil-A, but this is your baby, your business. So you want to make sure that you are promoting the coming soon.
Yeah.
Right. Don't just have people expecting, don't think that people are going to come running to you the moment you get a house. You have to let them know that it's coming. So you're nurturing that coming soon model of marketing until you get out like 30 days out. And then you're doing that countdown, 90 days, 60 days, 30 days. Yep. You're still marketing the exact same way. So don't wait until you get a house to now start saying, okay, now I got to go meet case managers and social workers. Because you've worked yourself completely backwards. So go ahead, Derek.
If you guys were to go onto my Facebook page about 10 years ago, because it's still there, and you scroll back 10 years, you will see a post that I posted that says, ladies and gentlemen, Second Chance Housing going to have its first facility in 90 days. Yo, that wasn't true.
Correct.
I was speaking in faith, actually. So it was true in a sense. So my believers that hear this, you're going to know what I'm talking about. I use this scripture that says, call these things that be not
as though they were.
Call these things that be not
as though they are.
That means speaking into existence. So I went from 90, 70, 50, 30, 20. And when I got to day 7, I'm shaking in my boots because it ain't happened yet. God gave me my first house in a cul-de-sac where he eventually gave me all 8 houses in the same cul-de-sac. So I'm telling somebody today who got an ear to hear, already speak in advance of what you want to see God do.
Correct.
Because if you didn't notice yet, we're God-led people. We crazy about God and he love us too. And we're smart enough to know that we love God, love people, love real estate, and mix it together. Boy, that is a dynasty. One more time. If you mix the love of God, real estate, and the love for people together, what a business. What a ministry.
So
does that make sense, everybody? Go ahead.
No.
Put a number 3 in the chat if that makes sense to you.
So we do have some questions in the chat that I want to get to. The girl, okay. So how do we find out about coaching? About the coaching? That's one.
So right below, whoever asked that, well, let's change that phone number. But if you text the phrase info, that's kind of the first step because it's going to give you our introductory webinar. Text the phrase info to that phone number 407-326-0086.
Yeah.
That's the introductory webinar. After that, if you've got questions, my team is going to answer all of those for you and to see how you want to move forward. And also, you guys can visit forstonconsultants.com to see what's all in that package.
Yeah,
but it's the one-on-one coaching. It's the CRM system we give you. We also give you a virtual assistant. Guys, our coaching is real different from most people. And it ain't just coaching. It's a system. Because if you just get coaching, you're going to fail. You need a system to be successful. So I'll admit 60% of this thing works because of what Digital Flow Solutions does for us. It's our phone. It's the website. It's the automated responses. Guys, a case manager can text me right now on my system. I can be in Jamaica with my feet kicked up and my AI bot going to respond to it. Guys, we give y'all that. So please take time to go to forstonconsultants.com. Check out that package because now my new people don't know this. But January 1st, all of it changes. It gets way more expensive and it's just going to be different. But if you knew me from 8 years ago to January 1st, or excuse me, December 31st, it's still the same. Because what you also don't know is the one-on-one coaching has always been $7,500. But in January, just because we want to give people a big break, I said, I'm putting it on sale the whole year.
Correct.
And guys, we dropped it to $4,997. That's crazy if you know what's all involved in it. And if you enjoying today, imagine me being in your back pocket as your big brother. But I'll admit again,
you got
January
less than
1st,
30 days.
It's different. My one-on-one coaching won't even exist anymore.
32 days.
It'll be more of a group setting and some other stuff that we're doing. And we also got a DIY. We said, they don't need you, but give me all that stuff. Give me that CRM, all your paperwork. Because I heard, Derek, you pay $8,000 just for your paperwork. So again, I'm hoping that you notice already that we give so much information. Like prime example, I got over 1,100 videos under my live tab on YouTube, and they're all over 2 hours long. So there isn't a question in your head that's not in video form, but a lot of people want the hand holding, which is the one-on-one, which is me. I take a lot of coaching myself. I don't want DIY. I'm a little bit of a knucklehead myself. So I want to be able to call the coach so he can walk me and hold my hand. So if that's you, you want our ILF Mastery Blueprint. If you believe that you're like Jermaine Mills and a bunch of other people that get the DIY, you say, bro, I don't need you to hold my hand. I can read. I can watch your videos. I can follow instruction. That's the DIY. And it's only $997.
Correct. Right?
So $3 away from $1,000. Let's take a quick commercial break. We're going to hear from David and Dennis, my two brothers, and we'll be right back.
What's going on, Dennis? When the next time you guys gonna have an event? I saw something on Facebook that you guys posted, didn't get a chance to read it all. I know I'd kind of be hit and miss, but I saw something about a class that you guys are going to be doing. What's that all about? Hey, what's going on, David? As I can see, big bro, you still remain to be a little bit of a knucklehead. Where have you been? Anyway, don't even worry about it. December the 10th, big bro, we're going to teach you guys how to start your own independent living facility. You've been dreaming of this, David. Now is your time. We're in the last quarter, and I want to see you successful. So join us via the web. There's no travel involved. It's going to be via the web. So I'm going to drop the link below. Click on it. Sign up, and we'll see you December the 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I know you're going to cover it, big bro, but what in the world is an independent living facility anyway? David, remember, an ILF is simply an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight, not a group home.
All right, that's David and Dennis. Give it up for David and Dennis. Guys, new to me. You don't know it, but it's three of us. I'm a triplet in case you didn't know. Derek, Dennis, and my knucklehead brother David. Anyway, let's go back in the chat. Let's answer some questions. And don't forget, December 10th, I'm going to go deep on a lot of what y'all even asking me now. So next question says building code enforcement.
No need.
That's not a question.
Don't need it. Don't need it.
Yeah, I don't
need
them.
it.
I'm trying
Next.
to avoid them actually.
You don't even have to. You don't need
business name to rent the house? Yes. So, Angela, I want to use my business name on the lease. Again, one of the biggest mistakes I made in the beginning that led to a $40,000 lawsuit. So if you're going to start Adams Solutions or Adams Enterprise, we want to put that on the lease. Yes,
Right.
ma'am. Great
And
question.
yeah. So again, code enforcement, don't need it. You're not doing anything. You're not running an ALF, right? You don't need compliant bathrooms, right? We're not housing anybody with disabilities in that manner to where they cannot live on their own. There's ILF models that service the blind with no need for any of the oversight from ACA, no need from compliance from code enforcement. So I just wanted to go back to that.
Okay.
So
next question was, can I use my home? Not recommended, but I'm not against it. If you're under my one-on-one coaching and I can guide it, I'll make sure that you're safe. I'm going to assume that this is Lori, a lady. So hopefully you're married or got a big boyfriend or a husband.
Big boyfriend.
But if you're single, I would feel a little leery about that. So let me answer that just one more time clearly. It's not recommended under our coaching. But if you say, Derek, I can't go buy no house or rent one.
Yeah.
And bro, I got a 5-bed, 3-bath, and it's just me in it. Well, let's go.
Let's talk. Yeah.
Right. And let's talk about it. Right. Safety is my first concern for you, though, especially as being a woman, especially if you're a single lady. If you got a husband, that's completely different. And we can talk further on that. Okay. Shay?
December the 10th is at 7 p.m. Eastern. So December 10th,
Wednesday, I think.
it is a Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Perfect.
About how many is needed to set how much money is needed to set up an ILF?
Depends on where you live at. It also depends on how will you purchase your stuff. Prime example. If you live in Florida, it's going to be much less than you lived in California. So put in the chat, where do you live at? And then I'll keep answering it. But your upfront cost, imagine whatever the rent is, times that by 2, at least. Somebody may say times 3. But let's just go with, you saw a house on Zillow for $2,000. Right now in your mind, you should say, I need $4,000. And if you need to turn on lights and water, true story, when I first started many years ago, my credit was terrible. So they charged me a deposit for my lights and water. That was $350 a piece. Then I had to furnish the place. So a lot of the things that I bought in the beginning, along the way, I learned that I can get it donated. So I don't buy furniture. I don't buy beds. Like, those things can be gently used and donated to you. But I still give people a range of somewhere between, I'll just say $4,000 to $7,000, right? To get it up and running.
Correct.
But again, if you remember what this brings back, most people make that back in their first month or their first month of being full.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So pennies on the dollar in terms of what it takes to get it started versus what it can make. Y'all, I own 8 businesses and I've done a lot of stuff. This is one of the only businesses that only takes $7,000 to start it, and I can make $7,000 a month. You can't think of many businesses that do that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why to us, this business is an absolute no-brainer because, again, it involves the love of God, the love for people, and real estate. We just put it in the blender, blend it all up together, and pour it all over your city.
So Lori said she will not be living there on the
Perfect.
property. So even better. So yes, you
Even
can
better.
use your own home.
Perfect.
But I would state this: if your own home is in your personal name, I would kind of change that. I would definitely look at putting it in under an LLC or an entity or a trust.
The Wilson family says, are the homes co-ed? I'll let Shay answer that.
Depends on how you feel. Depends on what calls come in, right? Derek and I don't do co-ed. We do male or female housing. Just because of the populations that we serve. We do have people that do co-ed. We have people that are, that's all they do is co-ed, or we have some that do, single, private, individual genders and co-ed. So it just depends. It depends on what your community is calling for. How many calls are you getting? What is the background of the individuals that you're housing, and how do they feel about the housing model? Do they want to be in a co-ed facility,
Right.
or would they prefer to be with all women, or would they prefer to be with all, men that want to be, with men? So it just depends on what your community's calling for, and you'll notice that as the phone starts ringing.
Yeah.
You may have older women that says, I don't want to be in a house with a man.
Exactly.
Like, I don't want that. Or you may have somebody that's escaped human sex trafficking, and they say, for a fact that that's not what you're going to do, right? So you have to just realize what your community is in need of, and then you'll be able to identify how you will structure that house. Because if you get 20 calls for men, you can't say you're going to run a co-ed house, because you just filled that house, and going into house 2 and 3 because you've gotten those 20 calls for acceptable male residents to enter into your ILF. So you can do either or, but I tell anybody, wait until you start getting those phone calls and conducting assessments to see who is or are the right fit for your housing program, and then you will be able to identify whether you need to be split gender or co-ed.
Okay. And a good example of that too, I think Shay said, and I'll just kind of re-mention it. I don't even know if you remember this, Shay, but when I first started, Shay was in corporate America, and I was housing men and women, but I kept them separated.
Correct.
Here's an example of what she just said, though. If I got a house right now that I'm housing all women in, and let's just say it's a 4-bed, 2-bath where I can house 8 people. Let's say I got 4 women already in it, but now my calls are slowing up on the women, and all these calls from men are coming in. In my mind, I'm saying I got to fill this house. So when I go and do say, hey, ladies, would y'all mind if I put some guys in here? Now I'm gonna make them be older in their 70s or 80s, but I want to ask y'all first.
Correct.
Guys, I would never just do that.
Yeah.
So when I gave Shay her first house, when she came to court, like I said, babe, now you can go co-ed. She said, but I'm giving you the example because I asked those 4 ladies, because I was in a 3-2 at the time.
Correct.
I had 2 more beds. The calls completely stopped for women or good ladies. And the guys, the older guys, I said, hey, ladies, do y'all mind if I bring a guy in here or 2? Not in y'all room. They'll have their own. And they was like, well, I mean, they cool guys. But by the time I gave it to Shay, Shay said no.
Yeah.
So just to answer y'all question again, and Shay said it, we don't. But my late brother, Otis, that we did this together for many years, my brother loved co-ed. He thought it brought balance.
Yeah.
Whereas I thought it brought a party. Okay. Back on you, Shay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. And then we have another question. Says, I want to specialize in independent seniors. Any suggestions for San Antonio? So I'm going to give you the same advice that I gave just now about the housing gender specifications. We can want to do elders all day long. But what if your phone is ringing for women that have been through domestic violence? What if your phone is ringing for, middle-aged women or men that are just homeless? Do you keep saying no? Do you ruin relationships that you've nurtured, that you've cultivated, because that's not the population type you want to serve? So I tell you again, let your community specify who you're going to house. They're telling you what they need, right? The community is telling you exactly who they need housing for. because that's what they're calling you for. So you can have the grandiose idea of, I only want to serve veterans, or I only want to serve this population. But if you don't get calls for veterans, what happens?
You're going to pay rent from your pocket.
Every month.
Days going to pass and months going to pass.
Yeah.
So allow the community to dictate the need.
Correct.
It's okay for you to have a desire and even to pray and talk to God about it. God, you know what? Because y'all know my prayer. Like, y'all know me. And also a part of you picking your population is knowing yourself and your community.
Yeah.
Me, that the teens aging from foster care, that is not my cup of tea. I'm not graced with that anointing. I like the older people that say, Derek, I don't need you, bro. Just make sure the lights are on, Derek, the water's running, and the cable, and the AC, and the Wi-Fi. And Derek, you can get on out of here.
Exactly.
Like, that's my kind. But the teens from foster care, they need special, even though they're adults, because they're 18,
they need support.
Their life has been so rough that they need extra cuddling. And I'll admit, my lifestyle is also not built for that today. So I teach you guys, in fact, I have a slide that says it. Allow the community to dictate it, but also know yourself. If you got short patience, you got a temper, you don't like a certain genre of people, don't get involved in that.
Right, please don't.
Because that's one population that you will do more of a disservice to if you get into and don't serve them the correct way. They've been through enough. Usually through crummy parents, drug addicted parents, being abused as children.
Correct.
They've been through enough. So don't you get in that if your heart ain't set up for it. Make sense, everybody?
Oh, yeah.
Two of y'all put yes in the chat if that makes sense. Shay, on you again.
Yeah, so those are the questions, Derek. Those are the questions. So December 10th, let's talk about December 10th.
Let's do it.
So what can people expect to gain from December 10th?
A 4-year degree, which takes usually a whole 4 years. You guys are going to get that degree in one day. Hate to say it. All of what you will get that night is what my ILF 101 people get over a span of years. So if you're one of those kind of people that say, well, Derek, I can't afford your coaching. Derek, I ain't got time to get that DIY. Derek, I can move at the speed of instruction just if you just tell me what to do. That's what they can get, Shay. The masterclass is going to be 10 times long as what you'll experience today. Guys, I taught for 3 hours and 52 minutes on the last one just here 2 weeks ago. It's going to be the same, but better, because every time I do it, it gets better. I'm even say this. If you came to the last one, come on back. If you know somebody that needs this, that loves God, loves people, and love real estate, if you're tired of struggling in life financially, show up on the 10th.
Yeah.
If you're trying to figure out your purpose in life or what God has called you to, but you still don't know, try this. Because one thing that I do know, if you ain't found your purpose, you can't lose by serving God and by serving people. And that's what this is. And that's biblical. That ain't Derek. The Bible said that the poor and needy will always be among us.
Yeah.
So who are we not to get into helping people? God says also possess the land, right? We should be landowners. We should be housing people. It's connected to your blessing. I truly believe that why God is so good to me and Shay, not because we just so great people. It's because we're living out something he's asked us to do.
Yeah.
Take care of the poor, the needy, the widow, and the marginalized, the homeless, the houseless. And God was so smart, he involved real estate in it, which makes you create generational wealth for your family. So if I were you, Shay, that's why I would come if I were them. And before I go any further, quick commercial break here from David and Dennis, and we'll be right back.
Hey, Dennis, when is the next time you guys going to have some kind of event where I can learn more about this ILF? David, that's actually a great question. And lucky for you, December the 10th is our next class, actually. And I'm calling it the ILF Masterclass. And really, I'm only doing this for the ILF Academy. So, David, if you're not a part of the ILF Academy, make sure you join it because it's free and there's no travel because it's all online. So I'm going to drop a link below, but I'm also going to guide you to how to do it. So make sure you go to the ILF Academy, which is our free Facebook group, and I splattered it all over that group so you can't miss it. So that's pretty cool then how you guys are going to have this masterclass, but you still go live 7 days a week on your YouTube channel. I think that's pretty cool. David, as you know, there's nobody that teaches this independent living facility model like us, right? We go live 7 days a week on our YouTube channel at 7 p.m. And then we have an ILF Masterclass coming up December the 10th. And don't forget, David, we are also the trademark owners of the independent living facility model. We trademarked it, we made it up, and we're the ones to teach it. So don't be fooled by these other fake people that you see pretending to teach it.
And we are back. That is David and Dennis. Y'all gonna see a lot of that. As y'all can see, David is kind of a knucklehead, right? He don't get it. He move a little slow. He don't move at the speed of instruction. But Dennis went to the ILF University, and he's sharp, as y'all can see, and is always dropping knowledge. So back in the chat, let's finish some questions, and then we're gonna get you guys out of here today.
All right. Is there a vetting process? Absolutely, there is. 100%, right? Nobody rents out anything and to anyone without doing a vetting process. So through our coaching, we teach you how to do an in-depth assessment, especially if those individuals come with a mental health background, behavioral health background. We show you how that is done, what questions to ask, what to be listening for. Our team, Derek or myself, will actually join you on a few of your first assessments, right? When you're doing a first intake with a client, you call us and we help you through that process. We also role play that process with you. We show you how to be comfortable and how you can pick up in key verbiage, key answers to questions that individuals give you to start having deeper conversations to know if they are the right person to house in your ILF. Derek, anything for you?
Basically, I'm saying it's one of the most important things that we do. It's called the assessment, which for us stands for a series of questions that allow you to make a sound decision. So like Shay said, nobody just moves in my place just because the social worker called me. No, we do an interview, which is called an assessment. Because remember, guys, you're going to be housing multiple people. Your job is to make sure that they mesh well together.
Correct.
Right? And we do that by an assessment. Prime example. If I ask a guy, hey man, tell me what brought you to this hospital. And he gives me that story. Then I start telling him my rules about no drugs, no alcohol, no drugs. So I can't smoke my weed. I can't drink my beer. And my girl can't come here. No, she can't. So right there during the assessment, I just found out he smoked weed, he drank beer, and he got a girlfriend that he probably gonna sneak in my window because I told him no.
Yeah.
So I found out now that he's not a good fit for me and my program. But what's good and what we also teach y'all, is there a place I can refer him to though? Maybe. If you text these 3 letters HRA to 407-326-0086, it's the same number scrolling below.
Right.
Just text HRA. It stands for Housing Referral Agent. I teach you how when somebody like that call your phone, or what if somebody call you that just is not a good fit, or maybe you're full to capacity. What do? You just hang up on the guy? You say, sir, can I get your information? And then I teach you how to refer to somebody else that can house it, and you get paid. It's called a referral fee. So 90% of y'all that are listening to me right now, you're going to be HRA, Housing Referral Agent. You're going to take the call from the social worker. You're going to ask 7 questions, and then you're going to refer out to somebody else like me who already got a house.
Yeah.
And when Tyrone move in, you should be saying to me, Derek, send me that money, bro. Send me my $300, Derek, because that's your referral fee.
Well, we're going to sign a contract before I refer you
good.
anybody.
And if you lost right now, no problem. I got a 14-minute webinar that breaks it down. Just text HRA to 407-326-0086. Guys, nobody teaches this like we do.
Easy.
I'll give y'all the game on it. And again, December the 10th, what would be somebody's excuse of why you can't make it? And I already told you, the ILF Academy is a free Facebook group. Please join that, because that's really who it's for. It's 13,000 people in that group today. And I'll admit, it's growing so fast, I don't get a lot of time to pour into them. But 2 weeks ago, I did it, and I'm doing it again on December the 10th. And again, guys, I taught for 3 hours and 52 minutes. And your only job is to show up and don't leave until every question you got in your head has been answered. Why you think I stayed so long? I answer every question till my voice almost went dry and hoarse. So if you're here right now, please write on your calendar December the 10th. 7 p.m. Eastern. There's no travel required and there's no cost to it. This is normally a class that's cost $997, $1,000. I'm doing it for free, y'all.
Correct.
Boy, I hope y'all appreciate it, and I hope you guys be there.
All right.
Let's go.
So next question. How do I get the veterans and independent seniors?
You just answered that one about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. So marketing.
What is it? Yeah.
It's anything that you do in this space is marketing, but it's not guaranteed that that's who you're going to get. Right? That's not a guarantee. We cannot guarantee that that is the population that you are going to serve unless you live in a community or an area where, you know, everybody is aging, right? Or you're near a military base. So again, the community will dictate who there is in your area to serve. So don't get so blinded by a specific population type that you want to serve that may not need your service. So just know that the community and marketing, and did I say marketing is going to be how you get anyone in your ILF.
And Mark, can you please put the link in the chat? I don't think it's clickable in this chat, but still put it there in case that people can copy and paste. But also, guys, if you're not following me on Facebook on my personal page, do that. Because that also answers the question that she just asked. How do you find seniors? Advertising. Guys, if you become my friend on Facebook right now at Derek Forston, you'll see that this is all I talk about. This is all I do. Yeah. So when I talk to a social worker or a case manager, I'm a no-brainer because this is all I talk about. Right. I want y'all to be the same way. So whether you fry chicken or you own a daycare, you got to talk about it. So you got to advertise it.
I want us to do maybe one of our sessions for this live channel should be Business 101. Talking about the importance of marketing. Yeah. Talking about the importance of,
December 10th, you're going to get a part of that.
I want us to, let's make that a day that we do here.
Let's do it.
Talking about consistency is key. And then also, if you haven't, I'm actually going to put another link in the channel of a podcast that I did a couple of weeks ago that aired last week. And it talks, and the main point of the conversation is, how are you successful in business? What patterns, what habits, what things do you do consistently to help you navigate business? And that is going to be a key part for a successful entrepreneur is consistency. You've got to be consistent in delivering your message. You've got to be consistent in marketing, even when it doesn't look like it's working. You've got to be consistent in showing up, even when you're like doors are being closed in your face. You've got to consistently knock on new doors to get access. So again, those are some of the things that you've got to be very diligent in. And that, I think, we talk about the housing program, the ILF, but people don't really understand that it is still a business. Yeah. And that's how you have to steward this as a business. So I want us to do let's probably make that something that we do next Saturday, where we talk about business first. Let's talk business first, so that you all have a clear, concise concept of what is expected of you as an entrepreneur or someone that is wanting to become an entrepreneur, to where you're not so flabbergasted in the 6 months of not seeing a significant ROI, return on investment. Why isn't that happening? Mm-hmm. Where are you missing the mark? Like, that's going to be a good conversation. I think we should have.
And marketing.
Right. So I love that.
Just to answer the other question from Miss, I think it's Natalie. Mm-hmm. She says the best marketing strategist. Well, we actually call it LIFT. So LIFTT. And I hope you're saying, well, what is LIFT? Good. Because I meant for it to be that way. Okay. LIFTT. Mm-hmm. And it stands for LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Threads. Now, I want you to be on 50 forums, right? But to us, this is your core. And I want you guys to wake up every morning with the mindset that says, nobody knows me today. How can I change that? All of my coaching clients, I tell them every day, don't nobody know you. Don't nobody know you, but how can we change that today? Last night, literally go to my Facebook page at Derek Forston, hit friend, be my friend, so that you can go there and be nosy. Mm-hmm. Guys, just tons of content of what we do. Prime example, all of y'all are here right now because you saw me running my big mouth somewhere, talking about this dream that you got. So this is no different from your business. Some social worker going to be on her lunch break, eat her cheese sandwich, talking about, man, I got all these clients to discharge today, and where am I going to send them? They're looking for you.
Yeah.
All of y'all are here right now because you found me on social media. You were trying to find how to start your business. And you found me running this big mouth.
Yeah.
So no different. So if you are running an ILF, I'll give you one right now. And this is how it sounds on social media. And on the 10th, I'm going to do a bunch of these. But here's me on Facebook. If you're a social worker or a case manager needing clean, affordable housing for your clients the day of discharge, give us a call at Second Chance. We would love to be the bridge from homeless to hopeful. Very simple. My next best marketing strategy, probably my favorite, is videos. And some of y'all are shaking your boots when I tell y'all to get in front of that screen and shoot a video. But that's the thing that drives all the traffic to us. None of y'all read something and then came here. You saw me on a video. Call me a liar if that's not true.
Yeah.
Every one of y'all saw me on a video running this big mouth about the dream God already gave you. So your message, because you're trying to house people, should be saying, are you a social worker?
Right.
So here's a gem. Start your social media out with the question. I paid a lot of money to learn this marketing stuff that I just give y'all. Here's a question. Are you a social worker looking for clean, affordable housing for your clients the day of discharge? See, that's a question. Now, here's the solution. Give us a call at Johnson Solutions, as we would love to help you bridge the gap between homelessness and hopeful. DM us below. Send me a message to the comments. Scan my QR code. So I believe in giving a lot of ways to contact me. It's called a CTA, call to action.
Yeah.
Meaning give them something to do. Don't, even on those commercials of David and Dennis, notice how they're leading you to something. It ain't just me being comical. It's a commercial that's telling you what to do so that the process can go through.
Yeah. You've got to have a call to action.
Makes sense to
and see, like, we've got to specify like that, like, oh my goodness.
Does that make sense? Can two of y'all say, Derek, I'm following you, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't lost. That makes sense.
Back on you, Shay. We got a lot to do. We got a lot of training to do.
Yep.
So just like I said, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell here on our YouTube channel. 2026 is going to be powerful. The topics and the conversations here are going to be completely different. For those of you that have not joined our other channel, Married to the Mission, which is behind the scenes of us. How do we do life together?
And
how do we do business together? How are we around each other every day and every night? You know, what makes it work? And this information that you learn from that channel can be it can be very informative. It's comical. It's fun. You get to see us fuss and just have fun and live life together and do business together. But definitely check it out. You will not be it will keep you entertained. Let's just put it that way.
We a mess, y'all. Like, we kind of keep it clean on this side, on this channel, but Married to the Mission, we cut up a little bit, right? And again, it's behind the scenes of business, love, and legacy. So it's on the screen. Can 15 of y'all do me a favor and subscribe there? And I'll admit, I ain't gonna hide this. We're trying to get it to 1,000 followers, and I need 4,000 watch hours. So if you don't mind your TV running when you ain't home, some of y'all keep it running all night. Put it on that channel and just let it run. We need all the hours and all the followers, right? Other than that, let's get a word from Tiffany Richardson real quick, and we'll be right back.
Hey, beautiful people. My name is Tiffany, and I'm the founder and executive director for Upward and Onward Jacksonville, Inc. First, I want to congratulate you for joining the ILF Masterclass, as this is your initial step, your first step for creating impact. So I came under Forston Consultants going on 2 years now, and I love it because their mentorship and their coaching is head on, side by side. They stay with you from the beginning And still now, even with me having multiple ILFs, they're still providing their coaching, their skills, and their knowledge, and just their support overall. They help with forms. They help with teaching you how to communicate with those property managers for the facilities, and also those social workers, just giving you that extra push, that those extra nuggets that you absolutely need to be successful in the ILF community. So I would like to say, come on over. Come over. We would love to have you. And just like my brother and sister stated, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is the place for you. You will not regret it. You will love it, but you have to do the work. You have to do the work. And also with the CRM, don't tell Derek, but yes, I'm still working. He cringes when I say that, but I'm still working my 9 to 5, but only because of their CRM, that comes with their mentorship, has allowed me to actually still be in a space that I love in my community, doing social work. I am a social worker with doing these things, and also being impactful with housing. So come on over. We would love to have you. Don't think about it. Do not, because you're going to think yourself out of it. But, pray on it for sure. And we'll love to see you over with the ILF family. Talk to you later.
Hey everybody, my name is Jermaine. I've been with Derek and Shay for about 4 months now. I got my first property within a month and a half or so of being under their coaching. I have a 6-bedroom house. I got all the rooms filled already. I'm charging $800 a month. You guys do the math on that. Derek and Shay don't like to talk about the money, but me, I'm a numbers guy. But the coaching is fantastic. Like, you will not lose. You will not lose. Please make the decision. Getting this coaching, whether it's the DIY or the 101 coaching. If you can do it with the DIY without talking to Derek every day, then go for it. But if you can do it and you need somebody to hold your hand, you need to call Derek whenever you need him, then I suggest you get the 101 coaching. It's been the best decision of my life, man. I'm telling you, get with it, and get ready to fire your boss, because it's going to happen. Thank y'all. Peace.
So big shout out to Tiffany and Jermaine Mills. And what's really cool about both of them came in a different way. Jermaine Mills has the DIY and got his property actually way faster than Tiffany. Tiffany's been under, it's probably going on about a year and a half, and she's now on property, I think 3 or 4. But she got her first property probably in month 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Jermaine was in weeks. So that just gives the example, guys, that everybody's different. Jermaine was like, Derek, I don't need you to hold my hand. I ain't got to call you every day. Give me all that stuff. Give me that paperwork. I need that CRM system.
Right.
Give me that virtual assistant that y'all give everybody to do a bunch of my posting and my engagement. Because my new people don't even know this, but guys, Shay and I own a virtual assistant staffing agency in the Philippines. So guys, we give y'all a virtual assistant with either one of those packages, and the cost is only $135 a week.
Yes.
So the vet, the train, and endorse, we cover that fee. But once you get the VA and they start working, remember, they got a family to feed too.
Mm-hmm.
So that costs $135. And for most of y'all that's got a job, your kids are very busy in sports, you need that. And then some of y'all are like me, to where you're not very techy. You don't have time to post 7 days a week, because that's my instruction. You got to post 7 days a week, maybe 2 times a day, multiple. How can you do that if you got a 9 to 5 job? And because I knew that, I put inside of my coaching package and system a virtual assistant.
Yeah.
Meaning you get your own assistant, guys, for $135 a week. Where they do that at? Nobody but here at Forston Consultants. So we're going to answer probably 2 more questions. I want to finish giving the info for the YouTube channel, because I saw a lot of that in the chat. And I want to answer some questions about the event on the 10th. And other than that, I'm going to let y'all enjoy y'all day. And luckily for me, I'm getting y'all out of here before 12 o'clock today.
That's good,
so,
because you owe me lunch.
Exactly. So one more time, December the 10th, ILF Masterclass. No cost, no travel, no excuses. The first step to getting started, even way before you come to the masterclass, is text the word info, I-N-F-O. That's it, to 407-326-0086. That gives you the introductory webinar that's about 50 minutes long. And if you're real smart, you watch that. Keep joining us 7 days a week on YouTube, and then come on the 10th. That way, when you come on the 10th, this isn't like foreign to you.
Yeah.
Some of y'all are a little lost because you're just new. No problem. When you watch that webinar and then come on the 10th, remember, guys, it's like getting a 4-year degree in 1 year. And that's what I wanted to give y'all, because God has truly changed our life with this. And that's why I made the promise. I said, God, if you change my life, not that I had to give God some ultimatum, but I'm telling you what I did. I said, God, if you change my life with this, I'll go all over the world teaching it, and God, I'll never take any credit.
Yeah.
And I'll turn it into a mission and a ministry. So this is my ministry. Most people in my family, when I grew up, thought I was going to be a pastor or a bishop. But I did find my ministry, and it's through housing, real estate, and showing the love of God to people. Again, not through beating them on the side of the head with a Bible. I'm not a Bible beater. We show the love of God through love, through actions, through real estate. And if you want that to be you, type the word me in the chat. I just want to see who's like me and my family, who loves God, loves people, and loves real estate, and realize sometimes it takes coaching and guidance from the guy that's been through all the dumb stuff so that you don't have to.
Right.
The lawsuits, the Channel 8 news, the embarrassment of my family. I don't want y'all to get that. I've been through all of that. So type the word me in the chat. If you say, Derek, I'm ready for this, bro. I just need the coaching and I'm ready to go. And I'll just say this now, right? Randomly, off the top of my head, because there was a lot of people that asked about that nonprofit course, Shay told you guys to text the phrase NPO to that same number. That's a course that costs, I think, what, $297?
Yes.
I'm going to do y'all a favor and watch this. I'm throwing her underneath the bus. Normally, that thing sells like hotcakes, and it doesn't come with some phone call either. Mar, as my assistant in the chat, I'm telling you right now, Mar, I'll take 3 people that buy that course today. I'm going to make Shay give y'all a 30-minute assessment type discovery call, phone call, and she never does that for this course. Because remember, it's just the basics of what to get started, all the stuff she didn't know. Because remember, this woman get $10,000 checks now, $5,000 checks. Walmart keep them coming.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other places I can't even name because we can't. But places like Walmart want you to say it came from them. Yeah. So Walmart, big shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for all of y'all.
First Horizons Bank.
First Horizons Bank. Y'all write big checks.
Y'all.
Thank y'all. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now, some places that share teaching, you can't mention it because it's supposed to be a like Whole Foods. Don't get me.
I didn't say nothing.
So anyway, anybody that gets that today, I'm going to push Shay to give y'all a 30-minute call.
I got it. Yeah.
Because after my webinar, you get to talk to my team. But on the NPO, I want Shay to talk to y'all of any question that you got, and that's on me. I'll pay for it because she's going to charge me. So I'll pay for it. But Mar, not 4, not 5. The first 3 people that move at the speed of instruction to text NPO to that number right there, not only do they get it only $297, because in the new year that changed too.
Yeah.
They also get that 30-minute call with Shay. Okay. Other than that, Shay, back on you, and I'm done actually.
So someone asked about rules and regulations.
We give it to you.
Thank you,
bro. Like I'm so nice. Like
so, let me show you how. Let me show you.
Wait.
Wait. I want to show them how powerful this is. So, prime example. Initially, before we had Digital Flow Solutions, we literally sent you a template that you had to modify. Now, when you come under our coaching, Digital Flow Solutions, the all of your documentation is already in the system waiting for you. You don't have to modify it unless there's information or verbiage that you want to modify, but it's literally in the system, just waiting for you. It's already set up for a DocuSign agreement in Digital Flow Solutions, waiting for you. So we make it very easy for you to start this business with all of the systems. Right? We are not doing this as a hobby. This is a true business model, and we do it well. That's why we trademarked it. Come on, man. But that is what that's where all of your documentation will be. It is a part of the DIY and the one-on-one coaching, because we give you digital flow solutions. And that's your website, CRM, business phone system, text messaging, AI phone agents. All of that stuff is available to you through the Digital Flow Solutions platform. And today's live has been brought to you and sponsored by Digital Flow Solutions, where we automate your business. We automate your business, ladies and gentlemen.
Can we show y'all what it would sound like if somebody called your business while you was at your 9-to-5 job trying to feed your family? So can I paint this picture? You bumped into us and found us through social media. You joined our coaching. You now started the journey of starting your own ILF, but you still got a job that you've been had over the last few years or few months, and you got to keep that because you got to feed your family.
Yeah.
But you started this. Let us show you what will happen if somebody calls your phone
while you're at work.
Because when we say AI automated, you don't have to answer your phone because Derek and Shay don't want you to lose your job. So we set up something that's what she's finna get ready to show you. It's called an AI agent. It'll answer your phone for you, do the whole assessment, and then send the call back to you to listen to and review.
Correct.
Now, 95% of y'all are going to use it for the ILF model, but some of y'all got other businesses, meaning that if you fry chicken or you sell chitlins and yellow rice and you want people to call in to order it, and you back in the back chefing and you missed that phone call, your AI agent can say, hello, can I take your order? Thank you for calling Roscoe's Chicken and Chitlins. You want chitlins or waffles today? Guys, the AI agent does all of that. Show them right now.
Hello, this is Dobbs Digital Flow Solutions AI assistant. Don't worry, I'm not one of those boring voicemails. Talk to me like you would a friend. I'm listening and ready to help.
Can you tell me a little bit about the AI with Digital Flow Solutions?
Absolutely. With Digital Flow Solutions, you get me, Dobbs, your AI sidekick. I'm here to chat with leads, answer questions, schedule appointments, and handle follow-ups around the clock. Basically, I help turn curious clicks into booked calls without breaking a sweat. Want to see how I can be customized for your business?
Absolutely.
Great. Let's set you up with a free business assessment to see how our AI can work for you. What's your name and best email so I can book a time that works for you?
Tam.
Awesome, Tam. Could you also share your best email address so I can get you all set up?
test@test.com.
I'm sending you a link right now. You're all set, Tam. You'll receive a confirmation email shortly. Looking forward to showing you what we can do. Anything else I can help with?
Listen, you are absolutely amazing, and I want to say thank you.
Aw, shucks. You're making me blush. Thank you for the kind words, Tam. I'm here whenever you need me. Anything else on your mind?
No, that's it. You have a great and prosperous day.
Thanks, Tam. You have a fantastic and prosperous day, too.
Was that awesome or what?
So, Derek, I want to show them one more thing, because this system, how we make this happen is it doesn't just matter if you're calling Digital Flow Solutions and want information about Digital Flow Solutions. Let's look at a restaurant, somebody that needs someone to take orders, all of that stuff. So think about if you're not even just an ILF owner and operator, but you have other businesses, we can utilize this system to help you take your business to the next level. All right, so let's test out this AI agent for Hungry Hugo's Mexican food truck. Built it just a little while ago, took me about 5 minutes, but I want you all to see what this sounds like and the interaction that I can have. I can even call from my phone and test this, as well as testing it live here on the web. So we're going to opt in for a web test, and let's check it out.
Hola, welcome to Hungry Hugo's Mexican food truck, home of flavor, fun, and all things fiesta. I'm Fiesta Fernanda, your friendly food truck amiga. How can I take your order today?
Hey, Fernanda, what do you guys have for vegetarians?
Hey there. We've got some tasty vegetarian options to keep the fiesta going. Here's what you can enjoy. Tanya's Tasty Tacos with Veggie Vibes filling. $3.50 each or 3 for $10. Add guac or sour cream for 75 cents if you'd like. Cheesy Chimiwao Quesadillas. $8 whole, or add Veggie Tango for $2. Big Boss Burrito with all the fixings and no meat. $10.50. Fiesta Fajita Bowl with sizzling veggies, peppers, onions, rice, and beans. $12. Nacho Fiesta
Hold on.
Fun Platter.
I think I'm going to go.
Of course.
I think I want to go for that bowl. That sounds really good.
Great choice. The Fiesta Fajita Bowl is packed with sizzling veggies, peppers, onions, rice, and beans. A total flavor fiesta. Would you like to add anything else to your order?
Yes. What kind of drinks do you have?
We've got 2 options to quench your thirst. Soda Loca for $2.50. H2O Vamos bottled water for $1.50. What sounds good to you?
Let me try that soda. Are there different flavors or is it just one particular kind?
Oh, good question. Our Soda Loca comes in a variety of classic flavors: cola, lemon lime, orange, and root beer. Which one's calling your name?
I'm going to go with the cola. What you think?
Cola's a classic. Can't go wrong with that. So we've got 1 Fiesta Fajita Bowl and a Cola Soda Loca. Anything else you'd like to add to your order? Maybe a dessert to sweeten things up?
I love that. Can we please add a dessert? What you got?
Absolutely. For dessert, we've got our Churro Choo Choo treats. Crispy, cinnamon, sugary goodness. They're $3.50 each, or 3 for $9. How many should I add to your order?
Let's do the 3 for $9.
Perfect. 3 Churro Choo Choo treats for $9 added to your order. So far, we've got 1 Fiesta Fajita Bowl, 1 Cola Soda Loca 3 Churro Choo Choo treats. May I have your name for the order?
Shay.
Got it, Shay. Will you be picking this up, or would you like to use one of our delivery partners like Uber Eats or Grubhub?
I'm going to pick it up. I'd love to come by and see the place.
Awesome, Shay. We'd love to see you too. The food truck's always a vibe. Your order is locked in.
Let me
1 Fiesta Fajita Bowl, 1 Cola Soda, Loca 3 Churro Choo Choo treats. We'll have it hot and fresh, ready for you to pick up. If you need anything else, just let Fiesta Fernanda know. See you soon.
Hey, Fernanda, you are amazing, and I am so grateful for your help. Thank you.
Shay, you just made my day. Thank you for the kind words. It's been such a pleasure helping you. Can't wait for you to enjoy your meal. See you soon, amiga.
Thank you, friend.
Isn't that awesome, you all? So that's what we mean by this system, and our business of running ILFs can be completely automated. So there's nobody that you're going to find teaching this that also teaches it, has the experience that we do, went through all the lawsuits like we did, but also got a system that can automate the whole thing while you at your 9-to-5 job. One more comment, I'm going to give it over to Shay. How many of you all desire to do this, but you do still have a 9-to-5 job?
Yeah.
Put a number 1 in the chat.
Yeah,
because even when you heard Tiffany Richardson speak earlier on the commercial, she stated the only reason why she keeping her social work job is because of this system. This system runs her entire business while she at work. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Put number 1 in the chat if you think this is cool and you could use it because you do still have a job. On you, Shay.
Yeah. So Lena says, although it was a digital voice, it didn't sound bad. So I can use, I have plenty of different voices. That was something that those are the ones that I do on the fly when I do the one-to-many digital flow solutions onboardings. The great thing about it is the stability, right? The stability of the call, the ability to have this AI agent do things like make calculations. It can send different things via text message. If you respond a certain way, they can send you a text. They can do this. They can add you to an automation. They can do all sorts of things. So and this is where we're going. This is the wave of the future. If I wanted to put my voice into this AI agent, I can. So you can choose the voice. There's over 50 plus voices that you can choose from. You can clone your own voice and put your own voice in there, so it doesn't have to sound digitized. But my thing is, we're not trying to fool anybody. This is an AI.
And in today's age, now, granted, 5 years ago, man, that's a bot. In today's age, people almost expect that.
Correct.
So I like it that we're moving into an area where people are expected to, because when you call your cable company, when you call to get something fixed at your house, somebody across them waters answer that phone. Just like what we have now. So we love the AI bots and the virtual assistants. Let's get another quick break from David and Dennis, and we'll be right back.
Hey, Dennis, I got a question about just some general information, right? if I need to know just some general stuff, like how to get started, like do I need zoning where I live at? There's a lot of things that I'm just getting into it. So where is my first starting point if I was to ask you? David, man, you're such a character. And what's up with this get up you got on today with the hat and stuff? Anyway, the first step to getting started, big bro, is you texting the phrase, just this one word, text info, that's INFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't text it in the chat. Don't comment below. Don't send it to me. But just text the word info to 407-326-0086. Because, big bro, that's going to give you our introductory webinar to show you exactly what is an ILF, how do you get started, and what all of these thoughts that are in your head. That webinar is going to answer most of your questions. Does that make sense? So one more time, you just text info, INFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And after you watch it, my team actually going to give you a call to answer all your questions. And then I still want you to come to YouTube 7 days a week at 7 p.m. Eastern to soak up all of this information.
All right, we are back. We are back. So don't forget, guys, we're live on YouTube 7 days a week. On Saturdays is the only day that we do 10 a.m. Eastern. Every other day is at 7 p.m. Eastern. And again, do not forget, we want you to see you guys December the 10th for the ILF Masterclass. And for the person that asked about how much is the system, it ranges from $37 to $297. So it's 3 plans. So if you go to digitalflowsolutions.net, you will see a plan for $37.
Actually, the plans are no longer on the website.
Oh, they're not. Okay.
We took them down. So you can schedule a demo with our team, and it's based on your business needs, right? For anybody that gets any of our Forston Consultants coaching packages, you are locked into the $37 a month plan, but you get the features of the $297 a month plan.
And repeat that 3 times because somebody's going to miss
They're going to miss it.
Yeah.
For anyone that purchases a coaching package,
DIY
whether it's the
or
DIY, one-on-one, you get the $297 plan for $37 a month. So that is total full access to the whole platform of Digital Flow Solutions, where you can make as many AI voice agents as you want. You can have the chat agents. You can have automations, the email marketing, email marketing campaigns, forms, digital web forms, digital surveys, DocuSign, payment processing, all of that and so much more under that particular plan, but we give it to you all for $37 a month. Now, if you're doing this for another business and you want us to see what we do is we do a business assessment and we find out what your business is needing, what you're looking for. Are you someone that has a new startup and you just need a website, maybe a business phone number, and have access to send text messages and emails? Then fine, we set up a plan a la carte that's still in that $37 range. But then let's say you want to do something a lot more in depth, right? You want consistent email marketing campaigns. You want to do things like voicemail drops to where you record a message and send it out to everybody in your system. Now that's a step up in that plan. So that's usually around $87 a month for that plan. So, and then the $297 again is full access to the whole platform with no limitations on automations or creation of other landing pages, funnels, documents, DocuSigns. All of that stuff is within that system. And you get access to that for $297. But again, if you've purchased any of the Forston Consultants coaching packages, whether it's the DIY or the one-on-one, you get the $297 plan for $37 a month. So I hope that helps.
And as I love to say all the time, guys, I just put it in the chat. We have a system. We don't have a coaching plan. This thing is a complete system that involves coaching. Correct. Right. And remember, this system that we just talked about, Digital Flow Solutions, it helps automate this entire business. Guys, I am not in this business today how I was 5 years ago. And it's because of this system. Yeah. And because of my virtual assistant, Jess, just like Morris here right now running this whole YouTube. Morris also responsible for my YouTube channel being monetized now. I don't know how to do none of that stuff. And just like most of y'all that are not good at social media, you don't know how to post, you can't build your own Facebook page. You just like me. So I jokingly say it all the time, but I'm serious. Most of y'all just like me. Y'all not very techy, but you got the love for God in your heart. You love real estate and you want to help people. You just have no clue how to put it together. But if you would allow God and me and Shay and my family to teach and guide you, and all you do is invest in yourself. So that's either time or you getting a coaching package. Some of y'all just already got in your mind where you probably can't buy it, you can't afford it, and that's a false belief too. Don't even get me on that. But you're going to either invest your time. Guys, I'm live here 7 days a week. So if you don't buy my package, just be consistent with showing up. But most of y'all, you're going to need either that DIY or that one-on-one coaching. And I tell y'all all the time, right? I'm a one-on-one guy because I need to be told things over and over and over before I get it. I want you to hold my hand until I get it. How many of y'all are like me? Put a number 2 in the chat. If you say, Derek, I'm very much like you, bro. Like, I don't want no DIY. I want to be able to call you, Derek. I want your phone number. Like, who is in that? Or tell me that, put a number 8 in the chat. You said, Derek, I'm not like that. I move at the speed of instruction. And if, Derek, if you give me the map, the blueprint, as y'all call it, Derek, I can take off running.
Right.
Put a number 8 in the chat if that's you. Because oftentimes the one-on-one outweighs all the other stuff all the time, usually. There are not many people like Jermaine Mills that can just take my course and that class and that coaching without me and just go. But what's so cool about it? Everything that I would ever coach you one-on-one is in that course. That's what's pretty cool about it. And that's why people like Jermaine and hundreds of people under us are successful, because they only get the DIY, but they're built like that. I'll admit, I'm not. I wish I was. I wish I can read, like Shay can read instructions about how to put a dresser together and put it together. I can't. I got to pull up YouTube videos, and I need help from the neighbor, and it's still going to take me 2 hours. Remember back in the day when all of us went to the club and there was a VIP line? Guys, after a while, I didn't stand in the regular line no more. I wanted to skip the line.
Yeah.
That's what coaching is like. It's skipping the line and avoiding all the mistakes, avoiding your code enforcement in your city, avoiding all the lawsuits and things that could happen to you because you just don't know.
And know who you're talking to.
So December the 10th, man, I'll see you guys at the masterclass, and I hope some of you, in fact, Mar, if you're still here, and you should be, I didn't do a Black Friday sale this year, right? But I tell you what, anybody that's present right now, and Mar, I'll text you what it is, Mar. I want you to pick the first 3 people that respond to this and bless the socks off of their feet. Now, I'll admit, don't respond to this if you're not financially ready, because it's gonna cost money.
Right.
My plan right now has always been $7,500 for the one-on-one coaching, right? But in January, we dropped it to $4,997. But if you want our one-on-one coaching, I'm gonna make it lower than that. If you want it, I'm gonna pick 3 people, and you guys can text the word MAR, M-A-R, to 407-326-0086. And then Mara's going to send you something that's going to bless the socks off of your feet. Now, if you want it, move forward. If you don't, please tell Mar, because I'm only going to pick 3 people.
Right.
So if you want people that call in and you don't move forward, please tell us you don't want it so that I can bless somebody else. So Mar, I'm telling you right now, pick the first 3 people that text the word Mar to 407-326-0086. Those people get the invoice. And it's crazy, y'all, but sometimes when I do this, some people say, why you send me an invoice, Derek?
They get the instruction, not invoice.
So, we'll give you instruction of what happens, but that instruction going to be, you got to pay. Right. So, and Shay, every time I do this, people are elated, but there's always 2 or 3 people that respond and be like,
why you send me this?
Why you send me this? Guys, you respond.
You just sit here and look at your
So
text
one more time,
like
I'm done, because somebody's going to even see this on the replay if 3 people don't do it now. Yeah. If you text the word MAR, M-A-R, to that number that's scrolling below, that's you telling me that you want one-on-one coaching. You don't want to pay $4,997, but you want to take this deal that maybe Mar going to give you.
Yeah.
Do that for me. We'll take care of you. Mar, 3 people, and we'll cut that off.
So
everybody else, we'll see December 10th.
Last question, and let's hit the road, Jack.
No more questions. Let's go eat.
So I just want to answer Lori's question because I plan on opening more than one. I don't want them to be under the same name. So I'll tell you why you shouldn't do that. Because now you're going to have insurance on each and every one of your new businesses that are under a new business name. So the ILF model for us is one business that runs multiple housing, multiple properties. We have a policy, a general liability policy of over $1 million plus $10 million in coverage that covers all of our properties. So again, if you're someone that wants to set up individual LLCs or businesses to run these homes, have at it, but it's going to cost you more because you're going to have GLs, which is a general liability policies, GLPs, for every one you run.
Let me give a caveat to that. Most of you guys are going to go and rent or lease these properties. So when you're doing that, like Shay said, you can have 5 of these under one name that's called Lori Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be one insurance policy. When you buy properties like Shay and I, that don't work like that.
Not even a little
So
bit.
when you're buying the properties, you want to individualize them. Because if somebody
if you're buying properties,
I don't want them to see the win. Bro, he got 5 properties on this one. And a good lawyer gonna say, get them all, sue them all. So you want to separate them when it comes to you buying them. And you said that you own your property. That's probably what you're talking about. But I want to give it to the people that's listening, even on the replay. If you rent these places, I get 5, 10, 50 of them under one name, one policy. But when you buying houses, very smart to split them up.
Right. You buy the property under Lori's Logistics. I'm just making up a name. But then you're running your ILF out of 7754 Solutions. So you're never going to buy a property and have the property under the name of the ILF organization or the business. Don't do that. You're going to always separate those two. But when it comes to having multiple houses, like Derek and I do, all of our houses are under different entities. And none of them are ILF related entities. So the Angela Denise Foundation does not own property. Second Chance Housing does not own property. But we do have other entities that own property.
I don't want to own no property under Second Chance Housing. And we'll talk about why that's important on December the 10th. Just releases the liability of it. But I don't want no properties under Second Chance.
Correct.
We own properties under completely different names and not the Angela Denise Foundation either.
That's it.
Right? So guys, nothing is easy, but everything is possible to him who believes. So a lot of you guys stated earlier that you can see yourself doing this, right? And we believe in that also money follows ministry and money follows mastery. And we mastered the art, guys, of shared housing, which we trademarked independent living facility. So one last thing, God has not given you guys a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. So the devil is a liar that you're going to be tricked out of this or feared out of this, because fear stands for false evidence appearing real.
That's it.
It's fake. So don't let the devil trick you out what God has called you to, because we also believe in this thing that's called don't procrastinate. As procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do.
Come on, sir.
And you can say ouch, or you can say amen. But most of y'all have felt called to this. Who are you not to live it out?
Mm-hmm.
That's disrespect to you, your family, and the man upstairs. Because if God put it in your heart, he wants you to do it.
Yeah.
And what's cool about God, he matched that with your desire. You also want to do it. Now, don't raise your hand, don't put nothing in the chat. But how many of you know right now, just nod your head, that you should have did this 5 years ago, last year? But I'm going to call today is your new beginning, and I'm your new big brother. Today is your new big sister. And now today, there's no excuses. Because one thing about us, I got something for everybody. For the guy that says, well, why are you charging? Well, that's the way I feed my family. And I went through thousands of dollars of mistakes, and I teach it. It's a business. But for the guy that say, well, why are you charging? Don't worry about it. Come join me 7 days a week on YouTube for free then, and bring every question you got. I'm telling you, there is nobody that can beat me and Shay when it comes to the teaching of this. 7 days a week for free. Then we do master classes out the blue. Don't charge you for that.
You better preach.
And then I got an ILF Academy that's got over 13,000 people, and we all working together. And it's called the ILF Academy. That's free. So if that don't tickle your fancy, I got a DIY. And what's cool with the DIY, it's the same material as my one-on-one people.
Yeah.
The only difference between DIY and the one-on-one coaching, the DIY, you don't get me. The one-on-one coaching, you get Derek.
Mm-hmm.
And what's cool about the DIY, there's an upgrade for like $47 a month. We put you in a group that goes back 4 years ago. So much material. And then we meet once every third Wednesday of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So those people still feel like they get Derek. So the DIY folks, you can upgrade for only $47 a month. Can somebody put in the chat, what is 47 divided by 31 days? Guys, that's like pennies to be around knowledge and information that could change your life. So for you folks that feel like you can't afford the one-on-one,
I should say 52 cents.
Exactly. That DIY, along with that $47 upgrade, a lot of my people do well in that. Hundreds of people do well in that. So you get in wherever you fit in. We don't push nobody to our coaching. That's between you and God. And God is real good to me and my wife. So I don't beg y'all to, because it ain't about me. It ain't about you paying me money. It's about the investment that it takes to change your life. Yep. And one more time, you mean to tell me I can pay $4,997, that's almost $5,000, for something that turns into $4, $5, $6, $7 a month? That's a no-brainer to me. Can somebody put in the chat no-brainer?
Mm-hmm.
You pay, name me a business that you can get into where immediately the next 2 or 3 months, you can start recouping that back at $5, $6 a whop. And remember, that's one house. What happens if you get 2 or 3 or 4?
Right. Yeah.
Most of y'all can get 2 of these and walk off your job.
Come on, sir.
Most of y'all can get 3 of these and create generational wealth. And I'm done there. I love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. And somebody need to hear this too. Do it afraid.
Yeah.
Do it in faith, but do it afraid. That came from Joyce Myers. Nothing wrong with being a little fearful, even though I just told you God has not given us a spirit of fear. So we'll call it nervousness. Do it a little nervous, but do it with guidance from God and us. Because if you do it that way, there are no mistakes. My name is Derek Forston. I approve this entire message. And if you want to start somewhere else on a lower phase, we got ebooks over at forstonconsultants.com. That's my last name, consultants, Forston Consultants. Mm-hmm. One lady, in fact, if she's here, I want to shout her out. She bought every book I had.
She sure did.
She got the 3 free ones, and she bought all the others. She said, Derek, I'm going to start here. I hope she's here now. So go to forstonconsultants.com. 3 of these books are absolutely free. And other than that, Miss LaTanya, she said no brainer. Lena said no brainer. Thank y'all so much. Y'all be good. I'm going to check with Shay one more time, and I'm going to pray you guys out of here, and y'all going to have a great day. And I'll see y'all again. Now, remember, I'm 7 days a week here, but I'm really going to pull you into Monday night. Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, I got a message that you need to hear. Okay? Shay, on you,
I'm done. I'm good.
You
Y'all
done?
be blessed. Have a good day. Have a great weekend, and we will see you on Monday.
Let me check something real quick, Shay.
I'm good.
Let's get a word real quick from David and Dennis.
Hey, Dennis, when is the next time you guys going to have some kind of event where I can learn more about this ILF? David, that's actually a great question. And lucky for you, December the 10th is our next class, actually. And I'm calling it the ILF Masterclass. And really, I'm only doing this for the ILF Academy. So, David, if you're not a part of the ILF Academy, make sure you join it because it's free and there's no travel because it's all online. So I'm going to drop a link below, but I'm also going to guide you to how to do it. So make sure you go to the ILF Academy, which is our free Facebook group, and I splattered it all over that group so you can't miss it. So that's pretty cool then how you guys are going to have this masterclass, but you still go live 7 days a week on your YouTube channel. I think that's pretty cool. David, as you know, there's nobody that teaches this independent living facility model like us, right? We go live 7 days a week on our YouTube channel at 7 p.m. And then we have an ILF Masterclass coming up December the 10th. And don't forget, David, we are also the trademark owners of the independent living facility model. We trademarked it, we made it up, and we're the ones to teach it. So don't be fooled by these other fake people that you see pretending to teach it. Hey, what's going on, Dennis? When the next time you guys gonna have an event? I saw something on Facebook that you guys posted, didn't get a chance to read it all. I know I'd kind of be hit and miss, but I saw something about a class that you guys are going to be doing. What's that all about? Hey, what's going on, David? As I can see, big bro, you still remain to be a little bit of a knucklehead. Where have you been? Anyway, don't even worry about it. December the 10th, big bro, we're going to teach you guys how to start your own independent living facility. You've been dreaming of this, David. Now is your time. We're in the last quarter, and I want to see you successful. So join us via the web. There's no travel involved. It's going to be via the web. So I'm going to drop the link below. Click on it. Sign up, and we'll see you December the 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I know you're going to cover it, big bro, but what in the world is an independent living facility anyway? David, remember, an ILF is simply an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight, not a group home.
Hi, everyone. My name is Faith. I am the founder and owner / CEO of Credos Foundation, located in Hollywood, Florida. I started this journey just a little bit over a month ago. And when I started, I had nothing. I had no property. I had no referrals. I had no leads. All I had was a vision. And my vision was very clear. I knew that I wanted to do this ILF project, and I wanted it to be done the correct way. I knew for me, it was more than just an opportunity to make money. For me, it's a ministry for me. Giving back is a ministry for me. And so I wanted to make sure I did it the right way. The coaching that I've received from Shay and Derek, coupled with the Digital Flow Solution team, has been priceless. I have listened to everything they've told me to do, and I've done it exactly the way they said I should do it. If I had any questions, I would reach up, and waited until I got an answer before I proceeded. Because for me, I didn't want to make the mistakes, like Derek would say, the mistakes that they made. And so as coaches, they're here to make sure that at least my mistakes are minimal, or at least I don't repeat the same mistakes they did. So for me, doing the coaching has been the best decision I ever made. I'm looking forward to my first property in the next 30 days. That's my goal, is to open my first property in the next 30 days. And with this coaching that I'm receiving and my VA that has been on point with my social media and handling all the back end thing, I know for a fact within the next 30 days, I will be opening my first property in South Florida.
I hope you guys are enjoying the information. If you want more information just like this, what you're hearing now, make sure you text the phrase more info and don't put it in the chat. Text it to this phone number. Text more info, that's MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. We're going to give you our complimentary webinar, and then that leads to a complimentary call with me and my team to talk about how fast can we get you started. Let's get back. Did you know that we had a Facebook Academy and it's absolutely free? Text the word JOIN, JOIN, to 407-326-0086 and join the rest of us. There's about 90 to 100 people joining that group a day, and it's like-minded people that want to do the independent living facility model. So make sure that you join it. And again, text the word JOIN, JOIN, to 407-326-0086, and my team will send you the link to join that, or just go to Facebook and type in the ILF Academy, and we'll see you there. Hey, what's going on, family? I hope you guys are enjoying the show. But just in case you was wondering, how in the world do we rent these properties or lease them? And what does the conversation sound like that we're telling the homeowner to convince them to rent their house to us? That's one of the biggest things in this business, and I want to give it to you. So text the word PURPOSE, PURPOSE, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And we're going to give you the exact guide to what we say, how do we dress, how do we find them, everything you need to know in terms of to get your first property. We put it in the ebook. And again, it's called The Pursuit of Purpose and Profit. Text the word PURPOSE to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Hey, Dennis, I got a question about just some general information, right? If I need to know just some general stuff, like how to get started, like do I need zoning where I live at? There's a lot of things that I'm just getting into it. So where is my first starting point if I was to ask you? Daddy, man, you're such a character. And what's up with this get up you got on today with the hat and stuff? Anyway, the first step to getting started, big bro, is you texting the phrase, just this one word, text info. That's INFO to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't text it in the chat. Don't comment below. Don't send it to me. But just text the word info to 407-326-0086. Because, big bro, that's going to give you our introductory webinar to show you exactly what is an ILF, how do you get started, and what all of these thoughts that are in your head. That webinar is going to answer most of your questions. Does that make sense? So one more time, you just text info, INFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And after you watch it, my team actually going to give you a call to answer all your questions. And then I still want you to come to YouTube 7 days a week at 7 p.m. Eastern to soak up all of this information.
All right, we are back into it, guys. And guess what? We are out of here. I got to go feed Shaker. She hungry. So let's do it like this. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask or think, according to God's power that worketh in us. You guys be great, and we'll see you 7 days a week, but especially Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Be great.